My name is Emma, and Mark and I go way back, like sandbox days back. We became best friends in kindergarten, and we've been pretty much inseparable ever since. Mark is the calmest person I know. He's super kind and a little on the shy side sometimes. Over the years, we've gotten really close, sharing everything. Secrets, silly jokes, dreams for the future. I honestly thought I knew him inside and out. But boy, was I wrong. It all started on a lazy Sunday afternoon. I was curled up on the couch with a book when my phone buzzed. It was a text from Mark. "Hey, Emma," it read. "You free to chat? Got something I want to talk about. Is in gal." Of course, I texted back right away. "Come on over, gal." 15 minutes later, Mark was sitting in my living room, looking like he'd swallowed a whole bunch of butterflies. He was fidgeting with his hands, a total giveaway that he was nervous about something. "What's up?" I asked, leaning forward. "You look like you're about to spill some major secret." "Oh." He gave me a small smile, but avoided eye contact. "Well, I kinda need your advice." That threw me for a loop. Mark never asked for advice. He was the kind of guy who liked to figure things out on his own. "Sure," I said, completely intrigued. "What's going on, AI?" There's this girl I like." His words hit me like a lightning bolt. My heart suddenly decided to do a tap dance in my chest. A girl? Could it be me? I tried to play it cool, taking a deep breath. "Oh," I finally said, forcing a smile. "Hi. That's exciting. Tell me everything." Mark looked a little embarrassed, but he kept going. "Nene. She's really smart and so kind. She just knows how to make everyone feel comfortable, you know?" And her laugh. Man, I love her laugh. I felt my cheeks getting warm. "It has to be me," my brain screamed. I tried not to look too excited, even though my heart was practically sprinting. "Well," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. "You should just tell her how you feel." I gave him my best, confident smile. Girls like guys who are honest. Just be yourself, and she'll totally like you back. Mark hesitated, still fiddling with his fingers. "You think so? Hi, gal. What if she doesn't feel the same way?" "She will," I said, maybe a little too confidently. "Who wouldn't like you, Mark?" "You're kind, funny, smart." I listed off all his amazing qualities. "Just tell her why you like her. She'll say yes, for sure." Mark finally smiled, and I saw a wave of relief wash over his face. "Thanks, Emma. You always know what to say." "Angel." Hearing that made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. I started picturing it. Mark confessing his feelings to me. Maybe he'd bring flowers or take me to our favorite spot by the lake. Maybe he'd look right into my eyes and say, "Emma, I've always liked you." My heart felt light as a feather, and I couldn't stop grinning. For the next few days, Mark's confession was all I could think about. I was practically buzzing with anticipation, waiting to see him again and hear how it all went. I kept telling myself to be patient, but it was hard. I was dying to know if my secret wish was finally about to come true. Then, one evening, my phone rang. It was Mark. It was Norn Duta. I and shutting wait. Emma, I did it, he said, his voice bursting with excitement. You did? Ah, I asked, my heart hammering. I told her how I feel, Mark said. My breath caught in my throat. And what did she say? She said, yes. Mark practically shouted, laughing with pure joy. Sarah and I are going on a date tomorrow. I can't believe it worked. Thanks, Emma. Seriously? I couldn't have done it without you. Sarah? The name landed like a punch to the gut. My mind went completely blank for a second. I managed to stammer out. She said, yes? Yeah, too. Mark was still practically bouncing off the walls. Sarah and I are going on a date. Sarah. That name echoed in my head, cold and sharp. I tried to keep my voice steady. Ha. That's great, Mark, I said, forcing the words out. I'm really happy for you. Itanda tide drow, and so was stetuest I to scow. But I wasn't happy. Not even a little bit. My heart felt like it was shattering into a million tiny pieces. That night, sleep was impossible. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying the whole conversation in my head, wondering where I'd gone wrong. I thought Mark liked me. I thought all the signs were there. He said the girl made him feel calm. He said he loved her laugh. Wasn't that me? How could I have been so completely wrong? Embarrassment, sadness, and even a little anger swirled inside me. I'd built this whole fantasy in my head, and now it had just vanished. But more than anything, I just felt deeply, deeply hurt. Mark was my best friend, and logically, I knew I should be happy for him. But all I could think was, why wasn't it me? The next day, I put on my best everything's totally normal face. I really didn't want Mark to know how I was actually feeling. He texted me all day about his date with Sarah, practically vibrating with excitement. She's amazing, Emma, he wrote. Seriously. Thank you again for your advice. I plastered on a smile and typed back. I'm glad it went well. She's lucky to have you. Every word felt like lead in my fingers. I wanted to tell him the truth, to blurt out, Mark, I thought you liked me. I wanted it to be me. But I just couldn't. I didn't want to ruin our friendship or make things weird. Over the next few weeks, Sarah was all Mark talked about. He told me how funny she was, how much he loved her smile, how happy he felt when they were together. I listened, nodding and smiling, like a good friend should. But inside, it felt like a little piece of me was slowly fading away. One afternoon, Mark and I met up at our usual coffee shop. It felt strange, sitting across from him, pretending everything was still the same. You okay, Gas? He asked, studying my face. You seem kind of quiet lately. Yeah, fine, I said too quickly, taking a big gulp of my iced coffee. Just tired, I guess. In Gaywelt Kindu and Gal O. You've been quiet for weeks, Mark pressed. Is something bothering you? Inchao. I wanted to spill everything. I wanted to say, yes, something is bothering me. I thought you liked me. I thought we had something special. But the words just wouldn't come out. I forced another smile. Enchale kidao etersteno tais. Etentrin. No, really, just tired. That's all. Mark didn't look totally convinced, but he let it go. Well, if you ever do want to talk, I'm here, okay? You're my best friend, Emma. You mean a lot to me. Hearing him say that just made my heart ache even more. I cared about Mark so much, but it wasn't the same anymore. I felt like there was this invisible wall between us, even if he couldn't see it. As the months went by, I tried to throw myself into other things. I hung out more with my other friends, started painting again, even went on a couple of awkward dates. But no one made me feel the way Mark did. Sometimes, late at night, I'd think about telling him how I really felt, just getting it off my chest. But every time, I'd stop myself. Mark was happy with Sarah, and I didn't want to mess that up. One evening, I found myself sitting by the lake where Mark and I used to go all the time. The sun was setting, painting the sky in soft pinks and oranges. I thought about all the memories we'd made there, all the laughter, the secrets, the dreams. And I realized that even though my heart still ached a little, I was also grateful for our friendship. Mark might not love me the way I loved him, but he still cared about me. And maybe, just maybe, that was enough. Life doesn't always go the way you picture it in your head. Sometimes, the person you love loves someone else. It hurts, yeah, it really does. But it doesn't mean you have to let go of everything. Mark will always be my friend, and I'll always care about him. And maybe, someday, I'll find someone who feels about me the way I felt about Mark. Until then, I'll keep moving forward, holding on to the good memories and letting go of the rest. Because that's what love is, right? Letting go when you need to, and holding on when it truly matters.